Julian, welcome to ISC, welcome to the Smart Building Conference.
It's great to be gathering again.
I heard you talk about the digital agent, and that sounded very ominous, and I'm scared now. Could you please tell me not to be scared, or am I right to be scared?
We're at the Smart Building Conference, and what I was speaking about is that we need to think about a whole new way of thinking as we prepare for what I think is the brave new world that is ahead of us. So I tend not to talk about the post-pandemic, it's more of a what is the future. And I think what we've learned during the pandemic in particular is that people are infinitely more adaptable than any organization, any process or technology in some cases. But what's really been interesting is the acceleration of artificial intelligence in the last couple of years. And a lot of that is actually, you say you're scared, but a lot of it has actually been invisible to us. Things are actually happening in the background that are improving our lives and improving our experiences without us actually realizing it. And some of it's actually quite simple. So I mentioned the talk about Viva and the experience you get about preparing your workday for you and gathering your documents. That's artificial intelligence that's doing all that. That's a digital agent. But also think about the role from an AV perspective, is that we're actually starting to see these digital agents improving audio quality. So you now have a digital technology listening to how you're speaking, it's blocking out erroneous noises that are interfering your experience. That's a digital agent. And I think we're starting to see these emergence, and I welcome it because it's actually helping to improve the quality of what we do. It's not getting in the way of our productivity like some technology has often done as well. And so what my plea to everyone is that as we are starting to design the work of the future, we still need to think about people gathering in place. That's still a really essential element of how we're going to work together. We do need to think about remote work. We do need to think about technology that supports the meeting equity and all the rest of it. But we also now need to design these digital agents into that work process and that workflow to help us to solve a lot of those problems that we just can't do through normal methods. And I think the good news is we're already doing it.
Yeah.
I think the really exciting news is we only just scratched the surface of the possibilities.
Yeah, and with digital agents and the larger AV world, and what you were talking about is that there is no more rule book. Before we let you go, is there a new rule that you as an Imagineer would like to suggest or recommend to everybody to try and
I mentioned it right at the very beginning, and I'm going to give credit to Richard Mulholland, who is the author of Legicide, and I've held what he has told to me very dearly. We are going to have to do a lot of new things. That is a given, and we're going to experiment and try a lot of new things. But it's not good enough just to do lots of new things. So for every new thing you do, you have to get rid of an old thing. And if we can actually hold that particular message true, because the problem is we're still holding on to that legacy of the past, and because we're holding on to that, we're not executing the new things as well and as fast as we should do. So for every new thing you do, get rid of an old thing.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Julian.
It's great to meet you again. Cheers.
Cheers.